Hello, my name is Bela Grüß Gott, and I am the chairperson of the German classroom at the University of Pittsburgh. I will be sharing with you on this presentation the Southern German traditions and some history behind December 6th, St. Nicholas Day. I'm going to share my screen now so you can enjoy this little presentation. Christmas, called Weihnachten in German, is considered to be the most important of the major holidays in Germany. Christmas preparations in Germany begin in mid-November as people bake, make gifts, and start putting out their holiday decorations. However, the Christmas season officially begins with the first Sunday of Advent. I'm sharing the traditions and customs of southern Germany, primarily Bavaria, where I experienced them when I was fortunate to be a study abroad student. Additionally, there are many Pittsburghers with German heritage, including my family, that continue these traditions today that they brought here to the Pittsburgh region. There are German clubs that help continue these time-honored cultural experiences. The story of Sankt Nikolaus. St. Nicholas Day is celebrated in honor of St. Nicholas of Myra, a Christian bishop who lived during the time of the Roman Empire and became known for his generosity for helping people in need. December 6th is the anniversary of his death in the 4th century. In Western European countries, St. Nicholas appears as a bishop with a white beard, cassock, mitre, and a crozier. St. Nicholas became the patron saint of children, and he often visits elementary schools in Germany in the days leading up to December 6th. The story of St. Nicholas's gift-giving tells of how he helped a poor man with 3 daughters. They were without dowries, and they were destined to be sold into forced labor. Mysteriously, on 3 different occasions, a bag of gold was tossed into the home to provide a dowry, as the story goes. The gold came through an open window and is said to have landed in stockings or shoes left by the fire to dry. This led to the custom of children hanging stockings or putting out shoes, eagerly awaiting gifts from St. Nicholas. Sometimes the story is told with gold balls instead of bags of gold. That is why 3 gold balls, sometimes represented as oranges, are the symbols of St. Nicholas. St. Nicholas Day is a favorite holiday with German children, because on December 5th, children clean or polish their shoes and boots and leave them outside the door before going to sleep. Next morning, they find their shoes or boots filled with nuts, candy, and small gifts from St. Nicholas. Santa Claus has become popular in Germany, but St. Nicholas is much more important than his American counterpart. Christmas trees originally were decorated with nuts, fruits, and cookies. Kids loved that they could help themselves on these special seasonal treats. And then glass ornaments and lametta, which is tinsel, started showing up on trees. More and more families began using these because treats were then crowded off the tree in favor of these beautiful and reusable decorations. But the kids still wanted treats. Glass balls are beautiful, but you can't eat them. So a plate was set by the tree instead, loaded with the cookies that used to hang from it. In a sense, the treats moved from shoes to the tree to a plate. This plate is called a bunter teller, which means colorful plate, but is much more than that. It is a plate of colorful goodies like cookies and fruit and candies and chocolates that's given at Christmas. Back in the day, children did not get loads of gifts, but there was always a plate under the tree. A special cardboard plate decorated with pretty Christmas images was loaded up with cookies and other treats. The bunter teller is mentioned in a song from the early 1800s. The song titled Lass uns froh und munter sein. While we associate putting out shoes for St. Nicholas, somewhere along the line a plate was added to collect the goodies. Today, kids get treats and shoes on Nikolastag and on bunter plates for Christmas. Here is that song, and especially look at verse 2, how it speaks of this bunter teller, the plate that receives the goodies. From some of the images, you could see the different goodies on these plates under the tree. Nearly every German child knows this song by heart. Santa Claus, during the 1800s, European immigrants brought the stories and rituals of St. Nicholas Day to the United States. The tradition of gift-giving took hold in cities with strong German heritage, like here in Pittsburgh, Milwaukee, Chicago, New York, Cincinnati, and Minnesota, just to name a few, but also in communities with Belgian, Dutch, and Polish influences. Over time, St. Nicholas, called Sinterklaas in Dutch, evolved into the secular Santa Claus, and the day of gift giving moved to Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I'm not sure how St. Nicholas's practice of riding a white horse, loaded up with gifts for children, turned into a sleigh with flying reindeer. But American literature like A Visit from St. Nicholas, that was written in 1823, surely played a significant role. Are you naughty or are you nice? In contrast to St. Nikolaus, Krampus brings punishment back to the Christmas season, threatening naughty children with more than a lump of coal in their stocking. In Central European folklore, Krampus is a horned figure described as half goat and half demon. Krampus, whose name is derived from the German word Krampen, meaning pickaxe, is said to be the son of Hel in Norse mythology. But he got grafted into the Christian tradition as a sidekick of St. Nicholas. This legendary beast also shares characteristics with other scary demonic creatures in Greek mythology. According to the centuries-old legend, if a child misbehaved, St. Nicholas, in his omniscience, would know this and send his associate Krampus. It was said that this dark partner with a serpentine tail would turn up to the house during Krampusnacht, which is the evening of December 5th, to punish the wicked child. He would beat them with a bundle of birch sticks, whip them with horsehair, and throw them into a sack or a wicker basket and take them down to the underworld for a year. The origin of the figure is unclear, but some folklorists and anthropologists have postulated it as having pre-Christian origins. In traditional parades called the Krampuslauf, young men dressed as Krampus participate. Such events occur annually in most alpine towns in Bavaria, Austria, and northern Italy. Due to his likeness of the Christian devil, Krampus was banned in Germany, Austria, and elsewhere throughout much of the 20th century. But the legend of Krampus isn't in fear of dying out, and in fact is gaining much momentum. Even though there are those who believe this devil-like Krampus figure is inappropriate for children. There has been movies made of this folklore, and as recently as 2015, that is based on this tale. This movie turns into much more of a horror flick, with the elements of Halloween-like horror and other thrillers. But be advised, this movie is not a child-friendly movie. Now, a little brief history on Der Weihnachtsmann. This is the name for Santa Claus, or Father Christmas in most of Germany today. The term used to be confined mostly to the northern and Protestant areas of Germany, but it has spread across the country in recent years. The term Weihnachtsmann is a very generic German term for Father Christmas, St. Nicholas, or Santa Claus. The German Weihnachtsmann is fairly recent Christmas tradition of having little, if any, religious or folkloric background. In fact, the secular Weihnachtsmann only dates back to the mid-19th century. In the Christkindl, still today in Germany, children write letters to the angel Christkind, a messenger of the Christ child. This is a winged figure in golden and white robes with a golden crown, who delivers gifts to German children on Christmas Eve. This tradition has given way to letter writing to Santa. Sometimes the Christkindl helps the Weihnachtsmann bring presents on Christmas Eve. In the 16th century Europe, many Christians adopted this gift bringer, the Christ child, or Christkindl, and the date of gift giving changed from December 6th to Christmas Eve. Even Martin Luther promoted Christ as the children's gift giver, hoping to draw attention to the child for whom Christmas was named. The Christkindl was adopted in the Catholic areas of Germany during the 19th century, and to this date, the Christkindl remains the main gift bringer in many of the Catholic regions. Thank you for allowing me to share these Alpine winter traditions. On behalf of the German Nationality Room here at the Cathedral of Learning at the University of Pittsburgh, I wish you happy holidays and a great slide into the new year. Fröhliche Weihnachten!